So this is my humanitarian project. Right down the road, I live right up there. And here's Ruger. And here's where Ruger lives. And I have become friends with these people to the point where they will allow me to start picking things up here. They have been living in this house for quite a while. It actually belongs to somebody else, and they said that the person who lived here before was a hoarder. Their landlord. But they've got a whole bunch of dogs in the house. This is the place that I found out had the pig, and every time I drive by here, it just drives me crazy. They've got chickens. So I am going to start working on cleaning it up, and it seems like an undaunting task, but I like to work. I need a rake is what I do need. I don't know how, but day by day I can just start hauling stuff out. So please say a prayer for me and Ruger. I got a lot of work to do. Okay, so I did one load right now. And I'm sure I talked to my landowner here, and I told him what I was doing. And so we have a dumpster here, and I'm sure he's not going to mind me using the dumpster to take that stuff, because it affects the people that come here. Oh no, Ruger, you should be eating your food. Ruger, I got you some food. Come here. Ruger's a very picky dog, even though he's like starved. I've been putting dewormer in here. Here, eat this. Ruger, eat that. Right here. Ruger, eat that. Anyway, so you see I have an undaunting task, but this is the thing. That RV down below is where that lady lives that has been causing all the problems. And I'll guarantee that she's looking out her RV window and she's wondering what I'm doing over there. And she's probably going to call the landowner and complain that I'm actually cleaning the place up. But I'm one step ahead of her because I already told him I was going to clean the place up. So, okay, we're going to go back down and do some more work. So this is how I look at it. These people have been living like this for quite a while. Rome wasn't built in a day. We have to meet them where they're at. If they have, they trust me enough to clean things up, or at least get a start on it, it might give them they might start feeling a little bit better about their condition and how they're living. And they might, it might give them a little bit of dignity back, right? And so with people who are in these conditions, it can really spiral out of control very quickly, and then they just get into that pit, and it never gets better. And so I'm here to try to make it better. And we have to teach people how to fish, but they really need help. I can see how overwhelming it can be. So the Lord put me here in this place for a reason, and I'm going to help. And I wish there was more people who could help me, but there isn't for now. And so God will give me the ability and the strength to do what I can. And that's to make a difference. So bingo, I found a rake. And with a rake you can do a lot. So I don't know if you can notice a difference at all, but I'm getting there. I'm just, it's going to take probably a good week, but I've got a rake. I'm happy I got a rake. So, all right, here we go. Well, I'm going to go to town. Mario. So Mario is really helping. Anyway, I don't know if you can see, but it's little by little I'm getting there. I mean, it is an undaunting task. And this is where Ruger sleeps, in this porch, and they walk past this every single day. And it's going to take a truckload just to, I think I need a shovel is what I do. I need a shovel. That's why he comes over all the time. But I'm getting there by God's grace. Never in my entire life I am digging and digging and digging and digging, and there's just more trash and more trash. I thought I got to the floor, and there's more. This is insane. Wow. Well, we're home. We survived, and we're back, and Mario's really acting like he did something. But the hardest part, what was seemed like an endless task, was that porch. There was over a foot of garbage. And I kept trying to bring it out and bring it out and bring it out. And I've been sick. Um, and all that dust and the smell. And poor Ruger, Ruger was like right on top of me because he just wants to be by me. And I got only a corner, not even a corner. And I thought, what happens in our brains that we get to the point where this doesn't bother us anymore? And I think what we can do is really look at a person's walk, because a person can get to the point where their heart, now I'm talking about sin. I'm not talking about how they're living. I'm talking about the point in which we can continue to walk in sin again and again and again, and our heart actually becomes seared. It becomes hard. And we can really, we can sear our relationship from the Lord. And there are people out there right now who are in this condition, who are so far from the Lord, so cut off because of their sin. And it's scary. It's really scary. I was just talking to a friend of mine, and actually another couple who I'm friends with, and we were talking about once saved, always saved, that doctrine. And I've listened to a couple sermons this week on that because it just like came up. And the one pastor says it's the doctrine of devils. He says, once saved, always saved. It is the doctrine of devils. There's no such thing as once you have your salvation, you are secure for the rest of your life. This is a process of sanctification. Justification, sanctification. Our walk is an active walk. And when we leave God and turn our backs on Him, there's nothing God can do. We can be lost. And we can lose that salvation. It is not a sure thing. Just because you got baptized when you were a baby doesn't mean that you're in. And that's the whole process of us walking out this sanctified walk. Why do they talk about the road getting more narrow? It gets more narrow because it's a walk. It's a process. The trials, the burning off the dross, all of that, right? But there are people that, and I have some of them in my own life, that have, their hearts are completely seared. And they really think they're saved. And they're the farthest from being saved. It's scary. It's so scary to see that people who look in the mirror and they don't see their condition. They're so blind, they can't see their condition. So it's kind of like this house, and I'm cleaning it up. And it's a process. Our whole walk is a process like that house. We all have garbage. We all have stuff we need to get rid of. And there can come a time when where we say, you know what? I'm just going to leave it the way it is, and I'm going to live in this, and I don't need God, and then the house just deteriorates until well, the wages of sin is death. And God is a God of love, but He's also a God of justice. And the Bible talks about the it being a strange act When God destroys, it's a strange act because God is the God of life. But sin is what has to be destroyed. And in the end, and I just heard this today in a sermon, it was very profound. It is not God destroying the person when he comes to destroy the wicked. He's actually destroying the sin that has to be destroyed, because the wages of sin is death. But it just so happens that people who are hanging on to the sin will be destroyed in the process. So when you hang on to sin, you're hanging on to death, and you will be destroyed because God has to destroy sin. He doesn't want to destroy you, but he has to destroy sin. And if you're hanging on to it, you're going to die. You're going to perish. All right. So anyway, this is the end of my evening, and I'm going to go back out there tomorrow if the weather permits, and I'll keep you guys posted. All right. God bless.